we take off with a Prime Day recap. And
oh yes, it was Prime Day last week, everybody. Prime Days, and it reportedly broke records, bringing it in at $11.9 billion in sales, according to Adobe. So here are some fun facts from our friends reporting on this at Chain Store Age. Prime members purchased more than 300 million items, the most in history.
Most in history.
Prime members saved over $1.7 billion. And overall, the growth rate across the 2 days was roughly 8.5%, as Adobe had Amazon in at $11 billion last year. Jonathan, we're going to go to you first on this. What should listeners and other retailers most specifically take away from this year's Prime Day extravaganza?
Well, I guess the first thing is that the beast isn't going away, right? And, we see it in our consumer sentiment survey that intention to use Amazon, intention to use their mobile app continues to be the number one shopping channel amongst consumers. And we've not seen that fade in the last 12-month cycle of our survey. I guess the other thing that I was struck by was, I think this is a sign of the supply chain switchback that I think a lot of retailers are going to go on over the next 6 to 12 months, which is, I think we're at the sort of an inflection point of going from understock to overstock. It's kind of inevitable. I would imagine everyone who's worked in supply chain for their career kind of knew this was coming 12, 18 months ago and must be sort of banging their head against a wall now. But the consumer's going to benefit. The other, I think, really interesting, innovative thing that we saw was this kind of social participation shopping. So kind of shop whilst I twitch, or twitch whilst I shop, and kind of what should I get? What should I buy? What do my friends think? And that raised a question for me around kind of where are all the other categories where that should be really kind of powerful. You would have thought that certainly amongst certain demographics, in clothing, in makeup, in indulging in luxury, it's kind of the online equivalent of having a glass of champagne with your girlfriend whilst deciding what bag to buy.
I love picturing you, Jonathan, having a glass of champagne with your girlfriend while thinking about the bag.
What bag to buy?
Don't tell my wife, okay?
I'm texting Pam right now.
Yeah. She's probably buying a bag right now.
Right. She's probably doing the same thing herself.
Yeah,
but I do think that it's kind of the ultimate kind of social commerce that you saw.
Right. Yeah.
Which is going to come up again later too. So my big takeaway too, from what you said too, is I kind of think you're kind of going down the road of, and you guys put this out in your report too, that we should almost expect to see more of these things as well. Hemant, what do you think?
This is amazing to me, right? Amazon has created a whole new occasion that it's not just about Amazon, right? So if Amazon is driving Prime Day, there is a whole host of other retailers that have to follow. Right. So Best Buy has to promote, Walmart has to promote. I mean, there is just this cascading effect of what they're doing. And it's really interesting because, there was all of this lead up to holiday and building up of inventory. I think this is a great, asset for retail, that they get this opportunity several months before holiday really kicks in, clear out inventory, drive volume. And my sense is, I think we'll be talking about this for the next 3 years. I think there's going to be new records every single year,
right? Because
this is just going to continue to grow in size, and it's going to become almost like the new Black Friday that everyone will wait for. And it's evident in this year's numbers, right? I mean, this is now something that retailers will mark to every year. It's truly amazing.
The summer liquidation sale, so to speak, that will continue to gain steam. And what do you think, though?
Well, I agree with what Hemant and Jonathan were saying. I think that what's important to me here is what retailers are doing to compete with Amazon. They're not going to beat Amazon on price. I mean, it's going to be incredibly difficult to do that, even with, what Jonathan's talking about with, overstock and liquidation happening. But what I do think is important for other retailers to be thinking about is, yes, this is the new holiday, but what are the other aspects of your business that you're putting time and energy in beyond just price cutting to make that choice easier for a consumer to go to you versus ordering from Amazon? Like, how are you improving your, same day pickup within 30 minutes or something, so that you can incentivize the consumers to not just, get a good deal. Maybe it's $1 more to get it at Best Buy, like Hemant's suggesting, but I can go over there right now and get that same discount.
Right.
I think those are the kinds of things that as a retailer who's not Amazon, I'd be kind of focusing on as we go forward with this continued trend.
That's a good point. Even leveraging buy online, pick up in store, curbside could actually make the retailers be very price competitive
Hopefully.
with Amazon too, because it's a cheaper way to fulfill. Yeah, I don't know. My takeaways too are, I kind of already alluded to my big takeaway from this is my thing is, like, I don't have many hot takes to say on this. I feel like this is just a variant on a theme that we've seen for centuries. Like, it's like the Memorial Day sale, but now it's in the middle of July, or it's like Nordstrom's anniversary sale. It's cut from the same cloth there, which is what retail is. It's just slight variations on things we've all seen in the past. So I think, like, I think Jonathan's point is dead right, with things like Walmart Plus, with Kroger Boost. Geez, I can't say Kroger today. Things like that, which we're going to talk about in a second. Like, we're just going to see more of these more often, and it's just going to become a regular occurrence. That's kind of my last word, I think I'd say. Or Jonathan, you get the final word though.
I was just going to say, just building on those 2 points, which is kind of what Amazon's doing with Prime Day is it's exploiting its availability and kind of price advantage. So it's kind of taking those off the field for everyone else. And therefore, what everyone else has to do is find other reasons to shop with them, which actually is going to be the theme, I think, of the other things we're going to talk about today, because that's really what it's doing to other retailers, which is, okay, what other parts of our proposition can we be much stronger on? Because we know that Amazon's got availability, instant fulfillment, and price.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great point by Ann.